was back to Florida for the 74 season. Forego started his 4-year-old campaign with back-to-back victories in the Don and Gulfstream Park handicaps over the fine older horse True Night. Track handicappers were fully aware of Forego's ability. And in this, the Weidner Handicap, highlight of the Florida season, the two rivals were to meet for the third time, with Forego giving True Night 5 pounds.
Racing down the backstretch, play the field on the inside, strictly business. Right there, these two noses and strides apart on the lead. 3.5 lengths further back, that Santorini racing third. 4 horsepower fourth. There goes Forego up on the outside, beginning to move to the leaders. As they near the far turn, it's play the field in front by a neck. Strictly business, racing second. And here comes Forego with jockey Heliodoro Augustinus driving to the leaders on the outside. Santorini right there between horses, more horsepower along the rail. A gap of 4 lengths, Golden Dawn, and True Night last and beginning to accelerate along the inside. With less than a quarter to go, it's Forego up to take the lead on the outside by 1 length, opening up by 1.5 lengths at the top of the stretch. Here comes Play the Field, battling back gamely on the inside, and True Night coming into contention, trying to slip through in close quarters on the rail and in trouble. With less than an 8 to go, it's Forego in front by 1 length, now by 1.5 lengths. That's True Night coming on once again with a belated bid. Here comes the finish, the victory to Forego going across the line by 1 length. In second position, that was Darby Dan Farms' True Night.
Forego came north with a perfect Florida record and warmed up by starting in the 7-furlong corner, the East's leading spring handicap for sprinters. He was last early.
It is now post time. And they're off. On the outside, Forage goes to the lead. There goes Mr. Prospector now rushing up on the inside and getting to the front by 3/4 of a length. Lone Tree into the second spot. Timeless Moment is third by a head. Tap the Tree between horses fourth. On the outside, Forage is fifth by 3. Then it's Infuriator, followed by Torsion, and Forego is eighth. Continuing down the backstretch, Mr. Prospector leads by 2 lengths. That's Lone Tree second by 1.25 lengths. Timeless Moment third by a head. Between horses, Tap the Tree is next. Reaching the midway point on the far turn, Mr. Prospector holds on to the lead by 3/4 of a length. Lone Tree is second. Forage up on the outside. Along the inside, Timeless Moment gains ground. Here comes Forego with a rush out in the middle of the racetrack. With 1/4 of a mile to the finish, it's Mr. Prospector on the rail as Forego charges up on the far outside. Straightening away in the stretch, that's Forego on the outside. Taking the lead by 1 length, Mr. Prospector is now second. Lone Tree third. Timeless Moment is fourth, and Infuriator. At the 16th pole, it's Forego on the outside, going easily. Jockey Heliodoro Augustinus aboard. On the outside, Billy Come Lately going for the early lead as Stuke rushes up and Dancers Verde along the inside, moves quickly and gets the lead. It's Dancers Verde in front by 3/4 of a length.
You are watching the 86th running of the Brooklyn Handicap, July 4th, 1974. From 1974 through 1977, Forego wrote an unbelievable page in the history of Triple Crown racing. Unlike the Derby, Preakness, and Belmont, or the Acorn, Mother Goose, Coaching Club, American Oaks, Triple Crowns run for 3-year-olds only. The Handicap Triple Crown, the Metropolitan, Suburban, and Brooklyn allow horses to run year after year. Forego's first effort in these races began with a second-place finish on May 27, 1974 to Arby's Boy. In that Metropolitan mile, Forego carried 134 pounds. But here, in this Brooklyn Handicap, Forego would carry 129 pounds to victory with one of his renowned stretch drives, the mighty Forego and the 1974 Brooklyn.
Arby's Boy in fourth position, Forego on the outside, freehand and far back. Sip, sip, sip. They're on the far turn now, and Dancers Verde holds on to the lead by 3 lengths. Stuke
dropping back as Billy Come Lately moves up, and there goes Forego in the middle of the track with a rush. Arby's Boy also closing strongly with Freehand. At the head of the stretch, there's a quarter of a mile to the finish. Billy Come Lately has the lead by a head. Dancers Verde on the inside. Forego now third on the outside. Middle of the racetrack, it's Arby's Boy. And down the stretch they come. Billy Come Lately on the inside, and Forego on the outside, challenging and getting to the front by a head. Forego on the outside takes the lead. Billy Come Lately second, and Arby's Boy.
As a 4-year-old, Forego really came into his own. He won his first 4 races that year and culminated 1974 with victories in 3 rich handicap races. Winning over $500,000, he was named Horse of the Year. And when racing fans thought of Forego in 1974, the Woodward is what often came to mind as he displayed that memorable stretch charge he carried throughout his career.
A mile to the finish, Group Plan leads. Arby's Boy challenges. Here comes Forego on the outside. Arby's Boy takes the lead. Forego to challenge. Arby's Boy and Forego stride for stride. Forego on the outside. They're off. From between horses, that's Stone Walk going for the early lead. On the outside now, Group Plan moves up. On the inside, John Drew racing third. Gap of 2.5 lengths. Freehand is fourth by a head. Mungo Go on the outside is fifth. Arby's Boy sixth. Forego is seventh along the rail. And Compt races eighth. Continuing down the backstretch, it's Stonewalk in front by 3 parts of a length. Group Plan on the outside, now inching up a closer second. 2.5 lengths farther back, it's John Drew, third by 5 lengths. Mungo Go is fourth by a half length. Arby's Boy, fifth along the rail. Then Freehand, sixth by 4. Forego is next, and Compt. As the field comes to the top of the stretch for the first time, the leaders are heads apart. It's Stonewalk on the rail and Group Plan on the outside. Group Plan on the outside, Stonewalk on the rail with John Drew a closer third. Then a gap of 7 lengths. Back to Mungo Go. On the inside, Arby's Boy is fifth by 2. Freehand is sixth. Compt and Forego now is eighth. It's Group Plan now getting to the front by a length. Stonewalk is second at this point, and John Drew races third as they move around the clubhouse turn. Group Plan in front by 2.5 lengths now. Stonewalk is second by a half. John Drew inching up on the outside now, third by 3 lengths. Arby's Boy is fourth by a head. Mungo Go is fifth. Then Forego on the outside takes over 6th position. Freehand is 7th, and Compt races 8th. On to the backstretch now for the final time with Group Plan in front by a length and 3/4. Stonewalk is second by a head. John Drew on the outside, third by 6 lengths, and now Forego has moved into 4th position. Arby's Boy is 5th, and there goes Compt moving up on the outside. Mungo Go is next, and Freehand. Down the backstretch, Group Plan holds on to the lead by a length and a half. Stonewalk is second by a head, John Drew third. On the outside now, Forego is 4th by half a length. Along the rail, it's Arby's Boy, Compt. Then Mungo Go, and Freehand is 8th. Around the far turn, the final time. And Group Plan has the lead by a length and a half. There goes Forego, rushing into 2nd position and moving to the leader. It's Forego on the outside up to take the lead. Group Plan battles back. Compt moves into the 3rd spot. Stonewalk drops back 4th. John Drew is 5th. Arby's Boy, they're in the stretch. And now on the outside, Forego takes the lead by a length. Group Plan is 2nd. Compt is now 3rd, and Stonewalk 4th. An 1/8 of a mile to the finish, and Forego has the lead by 2.5 lengths. Group Plan 2nd on the rail, and Compt 3rd. 70 yards to the finish. It's Forego in front. They're off. On the extreme outside, Group Plan going for the lead. Along the inside, Golden Myrrh. Now
here is Forego going for his second straight Brooklyn Handicap, his July 4th, 1975. Forego will bounce back after his third-place finish in the Metropolitan Mile. In that race, run on May 26th, Forego had carried 136 pounds. But here in the Brooklyn, the 132-pound impost is no trouble for the gelded son of Forley, Lady Golconda. Regular rider Heliodoro Agostinis will guide Forego to one of his customary come-from-behind finishes. In the 4 years from 1974 through 1977, Forego's performances in the Handicap Triple Crown established racing history. He ran in each event every year. Forego carried top weight every time, imposts that ranged from 129 to 138 pounds. As a public cult hero, Forego was odds-on 9 times and favored in the odds on the 3 other occasions. He won 6 times, was second 4 times, and third twice. An unbelievable 12 for 12 in the money. Enjoy his second straight Brooklyn victory.
Challenges, gap of 3.5 lengths. Monetary Principle racing third by 5. Stop the Music is fourth on the inside a half. Forego now fifth on the outside, 3/8 of a mile to the finish. Group Plan leads by a length and a quarter. There goes Monetary Principle on the outside now second. Forego swings 3 wide as they turn for home. It's Group Plan on the rail. Monetary Principle from between horses. Forego on the outside. Stop the Music gaining ground on the rail. And down the stretch they come. Forego on the outside. Between horses, Monetary Principle. Along the inside, Stop the Music is third. Coming to the 16th pole, it's Forego on the outside, leading 3/4 of a length. Monetary Principle and Stop the Music. Forego in front. They're off. That's Group Plan on the outside as Monetary Principle moves through on the inside, getting the early lead.
It is exactly 2 weeks later, July 19th, 1975. The young cult followers of the mighty gelding, wearing the familiar black and yellow colors of Martha Gary's Lazy F Ranch on their T-shirts, had come to see Forego again. Trained by Cheryl Ward, ridden by Heliodoro Agostinis, he will carry his 134-pound burden to victory in this, the Suburban Handicap. The mighty Forego met and defeated a tremendous number of Super Stakes winners of his day in these Handicap Triple Crown races, many of whom are now fine sires of today. Among his beaten rivals were Prove Out, True Night, Arby's Boy, Halo, Onion, Stop the Music, Golden Mirror, Loud, Master Derby, Valid Appeal, Lord Rebo, Northerly, Foolish Pleasure, Full Out, It's Freezing, Soy Numero Uno, Great Above, Barrera, On the Slide, Turn and Count, Our Mims, and so many others. Now here comes Forego to win the 1975 Suburban.
By the same margin in Group Plan, third. They continue down the backstretch, and Monetary Principle now leads by a head as Loud moves alongside the challenge. Now those two are stride for stride. Monetary Principle on the rail, regaining the lead by a head. Loud second by 2. Group Plan is third by a length. Forego inching up now. On the outside, it's Arby's Boy. On the inside, Amerikingdom gains ground. Golden Dawn is 7th past the half-mile pole. And it's Monetary Principle showing the way by a head as Loud moves to challenge now. Arby's Boy with a rush into third position on the extreme outside. Group Plan is 4th, Forego is 5th at this point. Amerikingdom 6th as the field moves to the top of the stretch. Loud on the outside. Along the rail, it's Monetary Principle. Arby's Boy is third. Those 3 across the track as they turn for home. Loud gets to the front by a head again. On the outside, Arby's Boy challenges. Forego is third at this point in the middle of the track and moving to the leaders. They come to the 8th pole. Loud on the rail. Here comes Forego on the outside. Arby's Boy between them. 3 of them across the track. Forego on the outside getting the lead. Arby's Boy second and Loud back to third. It's Forego and Arby's Boy.
The 1.5 Woodward against Wajima would give Forego another opportunity to show who was king. Cheryl Ward said, "We have a score to settle."
Past the 5/8 pole. Wajima gets the lead by a head. On the inside, Avatar. On the outside, Forego. The half mile in 49 and 3, and 3/4 of a mile, 1:13 and 2. To the half mile pole, three of them battling for the lead. It's Avatar on the inside, Wajima between horses, and Forego on the outside. Those three across the track. Now Wajima gets the lead by a head. Forego up on the outside to challenge. 3/8 of a mile to the finish, and Forego takes the lead by a head. Wajima is second. Avatar drops back to third on the inside. Okavango is fourth. Group Plan and Freehand as they turn for home. It's Forego on the outside in front by a head. Wajima is second by a length and a half, and Avatar is racing third. And down the stretch they come. On the outside, Forego. On the inside, Wajima. Forego on the outside, Wajima toward the rail. Forego has it by 3/4 of a length. Wajima is second, past the 16th pole, and Forego goes away in front. Eleodoro Agustinez aboard Forego under the wire. The winner by 2 lengths. Wajima was second.
After his brilliant Woodward, Forego again was voted Horse of the Year and Handicap Champion. 2 more Eclipse Awards. But he had run his last race for Cheryl Ward.
Noah. On the inside, Valid Appeal quickly takes the early lead. Lord Rabot on the outside to challenge. Master Derby is racing third. Northerly is fourth. Then Nelly's Rialto fifth, and Forego is sixth down the backstretch. Valid Appeal has the lead by a length and a quarter. Lord Rabot is second by the same margin, with Master Derby third by a head. Northerly on the outside, right there fourth. Forego is now fifth by half a length. Nally's Rialto is sixth on the outside as they move down the backstretch. Valid Appeal leading by 3/4 of a length. Lord Rabot second. Master Derby between horses third. Northerly on the outside is fourth. A gap of 3 lengths. Forego is racing fifth. With Nally's Rialto sixth, they move past the half-mile pole that way. It's Valid Appeal in front by half a length. That's Lord Rabot between horses second, and Master Derby on the outside third. Northerly dropping back fourth as Forego moves up on the outside past the 3/8 pole. It's Valid Appeal on the rail, holding on to the lead by half a length. Lord Rabot on the outside right there second, and Master Derby joins the leaders. Forego is fourth as they turn for home, 1/4 of a mile to the finish. Valid Appeal on the inside, Lord Rabot between horses. Master Derby on the outside, those three across the track with 1 length farther back. Forego closing in on the leaders. A furlong to the finish. Master Derby gets the lead. Forego on the outside now second with Lord Rabot third. It's Forego on the outside coming on to take the lead. Forego and Master Derby. Here's the finish. Forego with Eleodoro Agustinez, the winner by a head.
Stamina, consistency, and class were Forego's trademarks. He captured his third Brooklyn under 134 pounds, with Eleodoro Agustinez riding him for the final time. Other stable commitments by Agustinez necessitated a change in riders. And
from between horses, Festive Mood goes for the lead. Lord Rabot ranging up on the outside, and Dancing Gun quickly moves through now on the inside, passing the stands for the first time. It's Dancing Gun along the rail in front by 3/4 of a length. Festive Mood is second. Lord Rabot is between horses third at this point. Double-edged Sword on the extreme outside is next as Foolish Pleasure gains ground on the inside. Forego is sixth at this point. American History is seventh, and Surf races eighth. They go to the backstretch.
After Forego had narrowly lost to Foolish Pleasure in the Suburban on July 5th, 1976, it was time for revenge and for a try at his third straight Brooklyn Handicap. You were watching the Brooklyn Handicap, run on July 24th, 1976. Watch the mighty Forego, carrying 134 pounds. The champ, bumped at the start, rallies down the backstretch, comes wide on the turn, and catches the leader a furlong from the wire, and goes on to win his third straight Brooklyn Handicap.
Is now third by 3/4 of a length. Foolish Pleasure on the inside is fourth. Forego now fifth on the outside. Festive Mood drops back. Gap of 8 lengths to American History and Surf. They're on the far turn. It's Lord Rabot getting the lead as Forego charges up second on the outside. Dancing Gun back to third. Foolish Pleasure is fourth, and Double-Edged Sword. Coming now to the top of the stretch. It's Lord Rabot in front by a length and a half. with Forego on the outside. Second, Foolish Pleasure is third. Dancing Gun fourth, and down the stretch they come. Lord Rebo has the lead by one. Here comes Forego to challenge on the outside. Forego on the outside. Lord Rebo toward the rail, a furlong to the finish. Forego on the outside gets the lead. It's Forego in front by half a length. Lord Rebo second, and Foolish Pleasure. It's Forego in front.
Was the impossible challenge, and maybe Forego's greatest of so many great races.
Forego is now 8th on the outside. Honest Pleasure has the lead by a length and 3/4, and that's Dance Spell second by a half. Father Hogan on the inside third by one. Life's Hope is fourth. Romeo fifth. Now Forego 6th on the outside, and Right Mind is 7th. It's Honest Pleasure maintaining the lead by 2 lengths. Dance Spell is second by a head. On the inside, Father Hogan. Life's Hope is next, and on the far outside, Forego into the stretch. Honest Pleasure has the lead by a length and a half. It's Dance Spell second. Father Hogan on the inside third. Forego gains ground on the far outside. A furlong to the finish. Honest Pleasure has the lead. On the outside, here comes Forego. Father Hogan toward the rail. It's Honest Pleasure. Forego on the outside. Forego on the outside, and Honest Pleasure. Here's the finish. Too tight to call. Forego on the outside.
And they're off. On the outside, quickly Barrera for the early lead. Also full out on the outside. Then moving through along the inside, it's Freezing, followed by Gentle.
You are watching the 1977 Metropolitan Handicap. Forego has a new rider, Bill Shoemaker. He will post his final handicap Triple Crown victory under 133 pounds here in this, the 84th running of the Metropolitan. Forego will close out his handicap Triple Crown efforts with a second-place finish under 138 pounds in the 1977 Suburban, and another second-place finish, this one under 137 pounds, in the 1977 Brooklyn. Enjoy one of the all-time favorites and all-time greats, the mighty Gelding, the mighty Forego, in this, the 77 Metropolitan.
Still Barrera now by 3.5. Driving in second is Co-Host, by rather full out by a length and a half. Yamanine in third, it's Freezing fourth. Co-Host is fifth, then Gentle King and Great Above. The head of the stretch, Barrera wide into the stretch, and full out moves through. Full out along the inside, now the leader at the head of the stretch. Barrera is holding on in second. It's Freezing driving in third. Forego on the outside is coming on. They near the finish. On the inside, full out, Forego now takes over. It's Forego drawing away on the outside. Forego, then Co-Host, and full out.
Won 3 other times. It rained through the night and morning, and the track was sloppy. The decision to run was not made until 45 minutes before post. Trainer Whiteley turned to Martha Gary and said, "If you're game, I am." She was game, and so was Forego.
It's J.O. Tobin taking the lead by 1 length. Moving alongside is Centillo in second. Then it's 2 lengths back to Affiliate and Silver Series, followed by Capital Idea. Then Co-Host, another 3 lengths. And Wise Phillip, Forego along the inside. Then it's Great Contractor, and finally Proud Birdie. Moving down the backstretch, on the inside, Centillo is up to take the lead and now has it by 1. J.O. Tobin is second on the outside, 2.5, and Silver Series third by 1. Affiliate is fourth, Co-Host in fifth, and on the outside, Capital Idea. Those 3 are together. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths to Forego. On the outside, Wise Phillip, then Great Contractor along the rail, and finally Proud Birdie. They're on the turn. They went a half mile in a quick 45 3/5. The leader is Centillo, leading by a half. J.O. Tobin is second by 3/4. Silver Series into third on the outside, and here's Forego. He's going to run today, folks. He's moved into fourth. They're coming for the head of the stretch. Along the inside, it's Centillo, then J.O. Tobin, Silver Series, and Forego on the outside. Great Contractor is making up ground, and he's down along the rail. They're in the stretch, and it's still Centillo holding on. Silver Series is here to challenge, but Forego is on the outside, and he's moving very fast. Coming for the wire. That's Forego on the outside. He's cut the lead as they come for the wire. Here's Forego taking
1978 was an abbreviated season. An allowance win in June and a fifth-place finish in the Suburban. Chronic infirmities had again caught up with him. The Garys and Frank Whiteley agreed he would race no more.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fred Capicella, and I'm delighted to be back in the announcer's booth here at beautiful Belmont Park. Right now, I'd like to introduce two of New York's all-time favorite horses. Leading the post-parade for the Jockey Club Gold Cup is Mrs. Allaire DuPont's Kelso, and right along with him is Mrs. Martha Gary's Forego, two legends of New York racing. These two great geldings have 6 Jockey Club Gold Cup victories between them and 8 Horse of the Year titles. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give them a warm welcome? Thank you, Marshal. We now direct your attention. The horse is on the track, and as the fans move closer to the rail, that means one thing. It is now post time for Kelso and Forego. Thank you, Kelso and Forego. And thank you, New York.